Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I'm your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. Today it's been a little while since we have done a makeup revisited and I've pulled out the Urban Decay Wild Greens for that because I'm feeling a little bit green today. And I have got an interesting life update for you. So before we get to that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads. And if you like this video at the end, you know the drill, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's get to it. So this is the Wild Greens from Urban Decay. This had a lot of negative commentary around it. It came out, how long ago was it? Was it about 4 years ago? Maybe. Anyway, it did get a lot of, because it's certainly not a wild greens. When you look at the cover, like this green, and then you open this up, and like that's probably the closest to it. It's mainly a warmish colour story, but people expected it, I guess they were hoping it to be like the wild palettes, wild electric palette, the really vivid ones. And Urban Decay themselves have been teasing that makeup is boring recently. And everyone thought the same about this, thought that it wasn't a particularly great quality. I actually really liked it. I probably haven't used, well, there is a huge dent in there. I probably haven't used it as much as what I thought that I would, but I do like it and it stays in rotation. So first up, we will start with this green here. I'm going to go in, normally I would create a total monochromatic green look, but I am going to use some of the brown for the depth today. Just washing this out here. And there we go. So just giving that a subtle wash, not going in too hard because I've got a meeting today, but it's not what you think. So clean that brush off and then I am going to go next to it into this neutral brown. Last Wednesday's video was meant to be probably this Friday's video, but I had a change in plans. If you recall with that, I was talking, I don't know if you've watched it because I think I may have put something on the screen about it. My job was made redundant last week and I was meant to go to Adelaide. So that didn't happen. So I've been off work now. What's today? I've been off work for a week, but I haven't been resting on my laurels. No siree. I have been forward planning for here. And look, I really enjoyed the role, but it was a bit hard going back into this green now. It was a bit hard bringing a new product and a new company to Tassie. And if you have ever lived in Tasmania, you would probably know that it takes a while for things to take off here. So that's okay, but I was really proud of what I did with that and create awareness. So I updated, obviously just going underneath the eyes with this, I updated my LinkedIn with what had happened and, you know, the open to work thing. And I've been contacted by a couple of people and I've also applied for a few jobs and in a variety of different fields, but all sort of based around what I've been doing, both currently and in the past. And and some of the connections that I've made have also then led to possible other connections. So this week I'm meeting someone today. I might add a bit more depth to that in a minute. I'm meeting someone today to discuss a possible role. I am meeting someone tomorrow. I had another person that has asked me to build out a role of something that I'd be interested in, and then one of the jobs that I applied to, I have an interview for. So yeah, but when one door closes, another door opens. So as far as I'm concerned, it clearly happened for a reason. What that reason might be, I don't know yet. Okay, I am going to go in. I'm going to start with this brown. So yeah, it certainly wasn't on my bingo card. That's for sure. But I'm not in a rush, which is good. I'll clean that off now. I'm not in a rush because I've worked out like what I can and can't do as far as financially how we're looking. So we're okay at the moment. So I'm not too worried about that, which is one good thing, because that's obviously always a concern. And I say that now, who knows what that may look like down the track. Going back into that first green now, just to give a bit more, sorry, the second green, a bit more depth there, and then I'll bring the first green back into it and over everything. So yeah, that was certainly a surprise that I hadn't planned on, and no regrets from me. Like, the company that I was working for was fantastic, and I worked with the Victorian team that I worked with were absolutely amazing. I have nothing bad to say about them. It was more like it wasn't the right time at the moment for this particular product. Okay, so I'm happy with where the eyes are there. What I'm going to do is, I think I want to use this green. Now these shimmers are a bit harder to work with, I will say that. Tap that along. Whoops. But I do like that shade. This is just a simple eye look. And I'm being mindful. I mean, I won't be wearing, this isn't super colourful, but this is about the most colourful I would go for at the moment while I'm going and meeting with people, because all the roles are probably going to be quite conservative. Now let's go into this dark green here and just tap that on the outer corner. And then just pull the fingers across so that you've got the blend happening. Clean this brush off. So yeah, it had been playing on my mind that that was bound to happen with this roll. I had a feeling that it would. Okay, going into that green again, add a bit more under the eye. Oh, it was a shock, but it wasn't. I wish I had been given a bit more notice. of it happening. And I had spoken to someone in senior management a few weeks before about at what point do I need to worry. And was told, you know, not to at that point. But I think, as can happen, I'm just getting a clean brush now, and I'm going to dip between that and that. Was told not to worry, that there'd be a few things done before that decision was made, but there was some shake-ups at the company all of a sudden, and yeah, I had a meeting with someone at 4 o'clock on the Monday, and I had a message from a boss asking me to call her just before I went in, asking me to call her after that. And called and was told I wasn't going to Adelaide and that there were some decisions made about the Tasmanian role. So automatically, without her saying, I knew what that meant. And we had a conversation that night with HR to say, and basically it was effective immediately back into that warmer of the greens, which was fine. It was just fortunate that this happened after I had gone to that meeting, because a lead for a role has come from one of the people I met in that meeting, which is fantastic. So it's all about contacts you make. I haven't put anything back on this. I'm just pulling this forward. To create some shape. I'm going to put an olive liner in my waterline. Now, had that have happened at the end of last week, like at the end of the previous week, then I wouldn't have met this person and wouldn't be having a conversation now about a prospective role. And I don't know what that'll lead to, but I am open to having conversations. I'm really happy with where that's at. As I said, it's even probably a lot for this meeting that I'm going to today. I am going to go and put some mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back with the final look. As you can see, I worked with this palette pretty easy. I need to go out and buy a monitor that I can use as a monitor for my camera and for my MacBook, because I had 4 monitors from my job. When I moved from an office to here, I brought all the monitors home, so they've gone back. This is the final look. What do we think? We know I love these colours with my hazel eyes. They really, I mean, it's the colour of my eyes essentially. Those murky greens. I still like this. Still like it. It is not as soft and buttery and easy to as formula to work with as some of the others, but I don't know what people expected wild greens. I think that this probably works well for what it was called, in that it's really sort of earthy, mossy. So it works for me. But wish me luck. I'll probably know something. I'll know more details by the time this goes live. But what it's allowing me to do is I'm heading to Victoria. I'm heading to Melbourne. I'm going to go and spend a few days with my sister and hang out next week, or this week when this airs. So, wish me luck. I'll keep you updated either way what happens. And until next time, my loves. Don't forget to tell your mother too, sister too, friends. Come along, hang out, subscribe, all that jazz. Come watch a mid-50s woman who's been made redundant try and pick up some work or just keep playing with the face, essentially. Love you all. Bye. Mwah.